Hi everyone. So we're starting with this lesson, Qt framework. So initial slides are just how to download this. So it's pretty simple. So you can go to qt.io and go to the products. In the products, you will see the Qt framework, and we are going checking cross-platform software binaries and API. So that's the products. In the products, then you will scroll down and you will see get Qt, and then you'll see download Qt. So it's a bit. You need to scroll down at the bottom. You will see this link. And when you click this one, so you will be moved to this URL, which is qt.io download development. Here you will see Qt framework tools and community users, student teachers. So we are going to download, which is the free version community user. And then finally we'll get the download the Qt online installer. So you can go for that, and then we will see different operating systems, Mac, Windows, and as well as Linux and other Windows. So I used it for the Mac OS, so you can click this. Otherwise, by default, it will be the Windows available to you if you're using Windows. And then when you're installing, so it will ask you to create a login. So create a login to the Qt account, say sign up. And then just this is an individual, do not use Qt for any company. So since we are using the community software, so it says that we are not using any, it is for any professional use or not for companies. Then click the next. And then in Mac, you will be asked that it needs Xcode. So you can go to the application app store and install the Xcode. Right? And then please specify the directory where Qt will be installed. So by default, there will be some directory, or otherwise you can create your own directories. I have created in my home, I have created a Qt where all the files will be installed, and I have clicked development tools as well as the design studio. Right, if you want other installation also, mobile development, Android, so you can install those things. And then next. And then just, it's a term and condition. We just accept that a license agreement. And we're going this CMake license agreement, and then okay. And then all required information is now available to begin installation. So since it was an online installer, so it's going to say that now I need 8 GB, approximately 9 GB of disk space that can be used. So I'll just say yes, and then open, and then launch, and then finish. So this will install this. And once you've installed, because we installed in Qt folder, so if you go to the Qt folder, you will see two applications. One is the maintenance tool, and this is the Qt creator. So if you want to run, you will use the Qt creator, but if you want to maintain, you can use this app to maintain. You want to add components, or you want to remove some components, and you can also maintain using the creator as well. So once we have started the Qt creator, so we'll see this interface. And our first project is to create a console application. So we'll click this create project, and then you will select application Qt. So we are using this Qt, and instead of widget, we are using the console application. So you need to create project Qt and the console application, and say next. Next is the, it will be highlighted, and then it will ask you to pick up the name of the project. So we're saying hello world, and create it. So you can select a library and having a directory where you want your projects to be stored, and you can also select this as a default project. So next time you create another project, so this path will be saved and it automatically available, right? So you can select that and say continue. Then you can select the build system. So there's no need to change. So you can just continue with the CMake languages if you want to use multiple languages. So right now I'm saying we're not using multiple languages. It's none. And then it will come to the point where you want to select the kit selection. So these are it will suggest based on the project that we have selected. So it's a console application. So it's saying the debug, release, and then all of those things. So just say is select and continue. So pretty much you don't have to worry about anything. Create a widget application or console application and just keep on saying next, 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 right? So just say continue. Then it's the project management. If you want version control, right now I'm saying I'm not interested in the version control. And this is the is screen that you will see once the project has been created, right? So that's the left hand side where you will see the hello world, which is our name of the project. In this we have the CMake list or text, and then that's the hello world. And in this we have the source file. In the source file we have the main.cpp. And this is the main.cpp. So when we create a console application, there will be one file called the main.cpp, right? And there are no other C++ files. So that's our main CPP. And it says that Q core application into main argc argv. So it is receiving some arguments and that passing to the Q core application. So the argument received are passed to uh, the application, and then it returns the you can say then an event loop for that. So if you do not have need running a qt event loop, remove this call. And if you are not using GUI or something, there is no event based programming, so we need to command this. Otherwise we need to need this. Since it's a console application, we actually don't need, so we can comment this. So that's our main application, and we are passing this to the core application. So that's the common structure here. Okay, and few other things. So that was about the interface of Qt. So you can see there are different sections here. So I just marked it here. So that's the first selector here. That's they call the mode selector. Mode selector, you can go to the projects, you can go to debug, you can go to the edit, you can go to the home screen, or and install some extension. That's the mode selector. Then we have debug. That's the kit selector. Or you can have it run, debug, and build. So these are the three icons here: run, debug, and build. And that's the locator. If you want to locate some file, you can type it here, and that's for the output. And it shows the progress indicator when you're building. So you will see green icon here that how much project has been built, right? And there is something here that's for the output. Okay, so that's our Hello World program. So we are saying here that include IOStream as usual. It is by default it will be there, and we are saying standard cout Hello World, right? So we have not used in this case any Qt in particular command. So we are saying include IOStream and standard out cout Hello World, right? And it's not required because we are not currently using the event-based programming. It's our normal. It's a console application. Okay, so once you run this, so when you see this, you need to run this, and run will be using this icon. So your program is written here, and you will click this icon. So it will run this. So when you will run this, the output will be available in the here. So it will create an output box, and there you will see this output. Okay, and this is the output. It will show some strings there, and in between there will be an hello world. So you can remove this and saying that I want this to be run in the terminal. So you can go here and say go to the projects, right? And in that say build and run, click on the run, and in the run you will say run in terminal. Right. So that's the step: projects, build and run, and select the run. And it's a little bit, you need to scroll it here to find out where is the run. And you need to check this that I want to run in the terminal. So this project will run in the terminal. And now when you will run this code, when you again go back to the edit mode, because we go to the uh, projects mode and we set the configuration, and now we need to go back using the edit. Okay, so go to the edit, select main.cpp, and then you run this with this icon. So once you run this, you will see hello world project exited. So you will not see those extra strings here. So you'll see hello world. Okay, so now we're going to create a function there. So we'll say hello cpp, and we created IOStream. We created a string name and we're saying standard out, enter your name and get line using standard get line. So this app will read a string, which is your name, and it say hello name, whatever you enter here and standard C out. And we're calling this function inside this main, right? So this is how we are creating the function in the Qt. Right, and in this we are saying we're calling this function hello CVP, right? And this is connected. So once you run this, you will see here enter your name and then you will type your name and it will give you a greeting message hello 3574 and then you can exit this. Okay, so now we're converting this program to Qt. So we have some GUI there. So now we're saying hello Qt function. In this, we created a Q string. Instead of standard string, we are creating Q string name, right? And in with C in C out, here we'll create Q in Q out. So these are all text streams. So text stream Q in is for the standard in. It will take, we pass standard in to create Q in and we pass standard out to create Q out, right? So these are the two objects of text stream based on std in, std out, standard in, standard out. Now, we'll say Q out, enter your name, and this is a buffer actually. Enter your name is stored as a buffer in here, and we need to flush out to display it on the screen. So we'll say Q out dot flush. So it stores this and then flush, right? And then it is displayed on the screen. So enter your name. Then you're saying Q in dot read line. It's waiting for the user to input, and when you press the enter, it reads that. It goes into the name. And then we say Q out hello name, and it displays hello name, and it actually displays using the when we say flush. When you say flush, this is displayed on the screen, and now we can say hello Qt. Right, so this is our Qt function, and when you write this, you can get the output when you run this. Okay, so go back to the home, and you will see the projects here. So that's the project, and it will show you the session and the project. So right now we just created Hello World, and the project will be listed here. And if you want to open that project, you need to, there may be number of files here in the Hello World, right? By default also, or otherwise you can manually select. Right? So you need to open cmakelist.txt. So once you open cmakelist.txt, then it will open the entire project in the directory. Right? So that's what is all about the starting with the Qt. Right? And we'll see more programs in our next class. Thank you.